Some of these apartment complexes need to be held accountable.
If you are looking for somewhere to move to in Atlanta, Georgia, do not move here. This is a series that I've started where we talk about all the horrible apartment complexes in the Atlanta metropolitan area. Before we get to this next apartment complex, I want to say that this is all alleged and that this is based upon my experience as well as anyone that have contributed to my DMs with their personal experience. So your personal experience with one of these complexes may vary. Let's get into it. The next apartment complex is Sky House. Do not move here. I would not have known any better. I would have thought that this was Section 8 housing. That would be an insult to Section 8 housing. Anytime you're searching for an apartment and you find that you can get a penthouse for $1,600, as soon as we got off the elevator for the tour, y'all, I'm talking the gnats. The gnats slapped me in the fucking face. What's crazy is that you had residents with cups of vinegar outside of their door. Cups of vinegar outside of their door to try and catch these gnats. Outside of the gnats, yo, the next thing that I noticed was the fucking stains. I'm talking, there was stains all over the carpet. They didn't even try to make it look presentable. Mind you, residents had trash just laying outside of their door. No, it's bad because they actually ended up on the news.
The complex's gnat infestation.
A lot of frustrated residents.
Yeah.
So that one was solved. But after the sprinkler system went off this weekend, many are now concerned about mold and water damage in their building. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates has more on their latest concerns.
Now fill the hallway of Sky House apartment complex after the fire alarm went off over the weekend, triggering the sprinkler system and causing water to pool in the hallways and elevators.
This apartment complex was so bad, I'm going to have to make a part 2 on it because we got to get into the unalivings and we also got to get into the people being pistol whipped in the parking garages.
Don't come in my comments trying to ride me, trying to lie to me. Don't even play these games this time.
There is an app called Crime Stopper or Crime App. Every last person that is relocating to Atlanta, I don't care if you're going to Cobb, Marietta, I don't care where you're going. I don't care if you're going to Tucson, Arizona. Honestly, you should have this because the cool thing about these apps, and I'm not getting paid for it, I don't have no incentive, but I used it a lot when I worked for corporate companies that did security, ADT, hint, 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 ADT security. There's a bunch of other companies out there, but I love ADT because I learned how to use this app. And when I click the app or when I open the app, it shows me every last crime that happened in the area. Tells me if it's a high crime area. There's a couple of apps out there that do that. This should be one of your home searching, whether you're looking for a place to buy or a place to rent. It should be a tool that's in your stack, like at your app. Literally, you're a business. You should have that part of your app. You have a banking app. You have Facebook. You got an AI app that you use, Gemini, Claude, whatever it may be. You need to have a Crime Stopper app, like an app that tells you. I can't drill it in as much as I'm saying right now. It's so freaking important. And you guys really don't realize how important it is because information will help you make some better decisions.
Guys, because I done seen the tweets, I done seen the threads, I done seen the comments, I done seen y'all agree with this one now. Why are Georgia apartments so disgusting? Why is apartment hunting in Georgia like the most hardest thing ever? Because the apartments are disgusting, and then the amount they're trying to charge you for these disgusting apartments is ridiculous. So we were apartment hunting, we finally found our place, thank the Lord. But oh my gosh, I was viewing places, and there it would be so nice at the front. You get to, like, not even the back, you get around the corner while they're showing you the place on the little golf cart. Some of them have golf carts, some of them don't. And next thing you know, it's the trash compactors full of trash. It's staying. They're not even upkeeping their apartments. The fence is broken, etc. Like, they're not keeping up with this stuff. Then on top of that, you go to the apartment, it's spiders in the goddamn doorway. And on top of that, not even just the doorway, it's spiders in the tub, in the house. It's bugs. Why would you show me that? And then gonna have the audacity to be like, oh my God, you can get this one, or you can pick out another unit if you want. I'm not picking none of these units, ma'am. No, ma'am, absolutely not. And then on top of that, let me tell y'all how our apartment complex tried us. our apartment complex, we did not renew our lease. We finally found another place, like I told y'all, and they was like, I'm going to charge you a $1,500 inconvenience fee because you didn't give us 30 to 60 days notice that you weren't renewing your lease. You made the lease. You told me it was going to expire in 12 months. Okay, so therefore, if I never responded to you and told you that I was renewing my lease, or go to you and say, hey, I would like to renew my lease, you knew that. How am I inconveniencing you? You finna rent the place right back out. Like, what is you talking about? Don't even sit here trying to cap. Then they was like, oh, you also, so we were supposed to move out by the 23rd. They was like, so that's gonna be $2,742 for the month of September. Who finna pay that? Who?
The renewal of the lease portion, every rental that you have, if you have an automatic renewal at the end of it, honestly, when I've dealing with that as an agent, I like to have some level of communication in there, and I would advise you where that lease is just gonna automatically renew, and they have to notify you, or you have to, notify yourself. I feel like it's a dual responsibility, because if you don't tell them, they will let you stay and they will raise it up, and you have no opportunity to negotiate on it at all. And I feel like that's a dual thing, part 50-50. Like, they should be responsible and I should be, like, because they want me to stay, or they may not want me to stay, but it should be a dual responsibility.
Georgia, I done lost y'all goddamn mind. Don't even come in my comments trying to lie. Somebody tell me y'all experiences, because these apartments has lost their goddamn mind.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I live in Atlanta, and when I tell y'all these are 5 places I toured that I would not stay, I lost my voice this weekend from vomiting, from the bar crawl, so y'all bear with me. First off, we got this building right here. Now, y'all may know it as the Hue Midtown, but this is the Icon. First off, if you gotta go to a building and they done changed managements 1,000 times, that shit ain't good. Leave that shit where it at. But this building right here, y'all gonna see that little artwork in Midtown and think, oh, this is a nice building. I toured it, nice as fuck. I was about to stay on the 31st floor. And then 2 weeks later, I seen TikToks about how it's going downhill. Look up the Hue Midtown and read them reviews. I'm telling you, read them reviews on Google. Y'all gonna be like, oh, fuck no.
Man, yo, regardless, TikTok, people say TikTok is like decaying the brain. I truly believe, yeah, if you go to that part on TikTok, but there's so many pieces on TikTok that will actually give you clear advice on what not to F with. I'm telling you. And if you do not listen, that's your fault. That is really your fault. Now, am I saying everything they say is right? No, I don't believe. But we gather information by listening to multiple perspectives. And then you can really make a good decision. So don't let those people tell you that crazy crap, bro. I'm telling you. I got this from TikTok.
This right here, this one ain't it. It's a scam. It's a scam. It ain't good. I mean, it's a good building, but the elevators barely work. I had to take the stairs a couple times from a high-ass floor. They don't care about the building, bro. Like, it be nasty as hell. The residents don't care. Like, bro, y'all, I tour here? Hell nah. I don't mess with this. This one right here is definitely a scam in disguise. Maybe I just saw a non-renovated unit, but nah, this one, it ain't it. Don't even try to go here. It was a little nice, cheap place. It ain't nice. It was a little cheap place in Ponce. I know I need to get my money's worth. I ain't living here. Don't go here. Now, this one right here had me because I was like, I want to live here. My friend was touring at the time, and I went and toured with him. And then we went in this building, and it was nice, like amenities nice, room nice. They was kind of small, but then my friend said he went back without me, and they took him to tour one of the buildings in the back. Like, this is the nice building they show everybody, but where you actually gonna be living is behind this building. Now, I don't know if you live there, but bro told me, nah, that ain't it.
Did he just say behind the building is where you're gonna be living at? You're not living it. So they give you the building, but they hit you with the okie doke. Boy. I'm not calling any names, because I don't need none of y'all jokers. I don't need none of these apartment people. I don't need none of these property managers saying, hey, he a broker and he bad mouthing me. Oh no. Okay, I'm a bad mouth you.
They want to show you the building up front with all the nice people in it and shit, but when you get to the building at the back, it's like, what the fuck? But these are places I ain't living no more in Atlanta, looking to live in. So yeah, y'all do what y'all want with that information. Follow for more.
Imagine living in a luxury apartment building and you find out that there was 37 homeless people living in the empty units and the stairwell in Buckhead, Georgia. And if that still didn't catch your attention, imagine being asleep 2 o'clock in the morning, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and this is what you hear all times of night.
Have your attention, please. The fire alarm has been activated in the building. The fire alarm has been activated in the building. Please proceed to the nearest exit and leave the building. The fire alarm has been activated in the building. The fire alarm has been activated.
Dang, she multiple nights? Oh, hell no. That has to be, if you think that that's okay, hell no. They should be vacant from the top floor to the bottom floor. I don't know who wants to or will even live. If you're my client and I brought you to that place, hell no. Hell no. You need to call me and say, hey, Leon, which I don't do rentals, but I would tell you. I'll be like, bro, no, hell no. Plus, they had somebody in the hall, too, sleeping in the hall.
Instead of fixing the real issues in the apartment buildings, they did give us these really cute mirrors, but you stay here? I do. You like living here? No. Y'all heard it. A random person just walked by. They don't even like living here. I am back again with another story time, but this time it's about my luxury apartment building in Atlanta, Buckhead, actually. So the most recent events that we.
Oh, if you don't know what Buckhead is where all the money at. Or at least that's what they say the money's at. But I know it's some other places that money's at in Atlanta. And Buckhead to me is overrated in a lot of places. But this is the luxury Buckhead that they're talking about. North end of Atlanta, where Lenox is, Phipps Plaza, just to give you guys context on where that is.
And I hate that I even have to come on social media with this, but it seems like it's the only way that businesses take you serious or pay attention to you. Let me just show you. So right where you see the peeling paint is where I've been having reoccurring mold growth. I've had mold in there like 3 times so far. The ventilation in here sucks. I talked to the senior property management and she advised me to crack my door open to let some of the heat out or, cool down the temperature in my showers. I did that, and then guess what? In my living room, somehow, I ended up getting mold again.
Video got a lot of attention, and y'all was in the comments, and I asked y'all if y'all wanted a part 2, just to leave it in the comments. Number 1 today, Core at Lindbergh Station. Not only is this one of the worst apartments in the Lindbergh area, but they have the worst staff in the
I'm going to stop. Before that past video, if you're experiencing that, honestly, they should really come up and treat it. They have to treat that. That's not something. Now, when we get properties and it's got mold, sometimes it can be as much as like demoing all the drywall that's in there and taking it down, gutting it down to the studs. In cases like that, they do have to get this thing called kill, and they have other variants, like versions of that kill. Treat it with the kill, and then repaint it. But they got to do something about that ventilation. That air exhaust, look, I sound like a handyman. Look at me. I done dealt with a lot of this crap already. It's not exhausting. Like, it's not pulling the air, the condensation out the air. It's not taking the moisture out the air. That's really what I want to say, the moisture. They got to clean that out. And a lot of people don't understand that you really should have your vents cleaned at least every 6 months to a year, whether you have a house or an apartment. And all that means is they just come in and clean out the ventilation system. More than likely, it's probably not been cleaned. And that's worse. To me, that's bad. That's really bad.
Worst apartment complex in that area. If you like getting your car broken into, this for you. If you like appliances that look like they came from 1982, this for you. It's a high rise where you're gonna see a lot of YouTubers, a lot of dancers, a lot of trappers, a lot of track car drivers, and also an apartment where you're gonna have to pay the highest premium for renter's insurance. Guarantee your car will be broken into once a month. 15 to 20 minute wait on every elevator. The apartments are small and outdated. They may be close to the mall, but for the price, you can get something way better than this because of all the fraud they get. So if you're looking to get in an easy apartment, you want to live in the high rise and think you stunting on somebody, move to this apartment right here, the Skylark. First opened, this was a very beautiful development, and I thought it was something good that was going on this side of town. But more and more and more, as more of us start moving in there, boy. I took a client here for a tour, and every other neighbor we saw had an ankle monitor on. You 10 minutes from the prison, don't make me start getting on the leasing staff.
Oh, hell no. Aren't they supposed to do background checks before they let people in? And most of these apartment complexes tell you if you have a felony, they won't let you in. I don't know what rule has changed. I kind of believe it's the people at the front desk. Maybe they see a drop in, and so they got to figure ways to make it work. But I'm going to tell you, like it told me, if I see a ankle monitor, when anybody living in that apartment, just randomly, I'm looking for those monitors as I go to visit. I'm looking to see the heathenistic attitude, the YN attitude, like the craziness, because it's not just the people that live there. The people are there because the management allows them to be there. I hate to tell you. And for that reason, oh no. Management, you don't need to be there. You really don't. They don't care about you. They will never care about you. No matter how they switch management companies, if they switch it to people who have the same type of mindset, even though they lied to them and told them they don't think like that. Oh, we have all these rules and things in place. Yeah, we're going to clean the place up. Hell no, they lying. It goes down to the person sitting at the counter. If they down with the YN, if they down with the heathenistic attitude, if they down with the ghetto-ness, guess what? It's coming to a place near you.
Away from here. I really feel bad that I have to do this, but Generation Atlanta. Before we get into the negative, I will say Generation Atlanta has one of the best rooftop pools in Atlanta, hands down. And before all the crazy started moving there, it actually was a nice vibe. But now, one of the worst apartments in Atlanta. On the outside, it's giving luxury. It's really nice on the outside. But when you step in there and get out the elevator, it smells like a pack of Newport shorts in a box. Hallways are filthy, carpet is dirty, poor maintenance and leasing team. But then again, if you're looking to get an apartment really with no issues and really fast, this one might be for you. Now, if y'all want to see my top 5 places for y'all to live, my top 5 favorite apartments in Atlanta, go ahead and drop it in the comments because I got y'all coming up next. I usually wouldn't do a video like that, but I'm going to give y'all the jewels to the best apartments in Atlanta.
Next incident. One day I come home after working a 12-hour shift. I smell pee all in my apartment. Pee. I don't have any pets. I don't have any kids. I'm walking around. I look in my closet. It is a puddle of dried up dog pee.
Wow.
This whole shirt is wet and it smells like piss.
How does she know it's dog pee? I mean, I guess, I don't know. I got dogs, but I never said, yeah, I do smell the pee when I clean it up if they peed somewhere. But I mean, distinct urine smell?
That seeped over from my neighbor's apartment building into my closet. But here's the kicker. This is not the first time that an unknown liquid has seeped into my closet. And I've told management multiple times.
Oh, hell. Hell no. See, that's telling me that can't be, the back end must be a bathroom and it must have some type of leak. And if she's experiencing it seeping through that wall, more than likely, the people underneath her have some stains that's showing up in their roof. Now, the worst part about this is they got the stains and they don't even know that it's piss. That's bad. That's bad. They may think it's a water leak. A piss leak and a water leak, different. The end results are going to affect your health, okay? A water leak will affect your health, that's true, because you do get mold. But a piss, Water leak? Oh, hell no. Hell no.
I talked with them. I'm like, hey, it's a lot of issues going on in this unit. Can I be moved to another unit and we'll just call it a day? Like, if y'all can just waive the transfer fee. They said no.
We're definitely trying to get everything taken care of as soon as possible. But as far as the liquids coming in, you know, it's unfortunate that people can't pick up behind their pets or even let us know that they have a pet. So I can, you know, if anything is damaged, I can definitely get them to pay for it. So you just let me know and I'll get it. But I'm already dealing with them on that. They're gonna be.
I followed up with them again. You know, I'm like, hey, can you guys reconsider? Yada yada yada. I'm still in the same unit, and on top of that, the senior property management at the building keeps ignoring all my emails. I've spoken with her multiple times, and each time she's just like, oh, well, when can you meet with maintenance so they can see this mold? As if they haven't been in here 4 times already to see said mold. And as if everybody doesn't know that liquid keeps seeping over into my closet, and I had to throw away multiple clothing items. So if that didn't catch your attention, boom, homeless people. We often have homeless people in this building. Towards the beginning of the year, there were multiple homeless people living inside of empty units in the stairwell. I got trapped in the elevator about 2 times with homeless people. Yeah. You would just see homeless people laying out like on the stairwells, hanging out in the gym. This is a home.
Mm-mm. Oh.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. She's fucking petty as fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I'd rather you pray instead of. And if that didn't catch your attention about my part.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Remember what I said about peace? Hell no. Hell no.
About my apartment building. A couple of months ago, this person that I know in the building got shot downstairs because the security officer here stole his bed and stuff that got delivered to the package room. And speaking of the package room, you do have to pay a fee every month. But guess what? Half the time the door is locked and they can't get it open.
Oh my God. The security officer stole. Why do we? That's a big thing. I've started to notice that. There's a hotel in Atlanta where I recently saw that this dude still stole, the valet guy stole the car of the person valeting at the hotel. And he's stupid. It was like some rare type of Bentley or something. Stole it and they found it in Texas, from Georgia to Texas. This is the YN. This is the crazy crap where I said, listen, you got to listen to your piece. You got to realize if your piece is telling you don't do it, it's telling you for a reason. If you have this unsettled feeling, you don't got to know the details. Well, you'll find out probably down the line, but it's good to know. But even if you don't know, follow it, okay? Just, it'll lead you away from that. And probably you'll find out later on why it led you away from that. Because a lot of these people make these situations, jump into these apartments, I personally believe, because Atlanta gives you that flashy hype. Like you get that from the city. You look at the sky rise and you're like, dang, this is dope. Like my brother used to live at Terminus. Terminus. Yeah, it is Terminus, right? Yeah, Terminus. Complained and hated it, even though it looked flashy, nice. I would go up there and I'm seeing people just rent. And I'm like, I know this person can't be living here. They always going up and down the hall like random, aimlessly, like they don't know what they're doing. Or they don't know where they're going to.
Also, this might not be a big deal to people, but for my water drinkers that maybe sometimes just want to go fill up their water bottle, all of the water fountain filters here have been on red for months. And even the maintenance people be like, no, I don't drink that water out the water fountain. To which I'm like, why can't I drink the water out the water fountain? But okay. Anyway, a good perk, I guess, is we do have a washer and dryer combo, but the dryer function doesn't work because it's a steamer that just leaves your clothes damp. This is your AC unit. The ventilation here sucks. Your living room will be freezing cold and your room will feel like it's 100 degrees.
Wow.
Because that is where you're getting your air from. Yeah. Anyways, I'm about to go show you guys the filters. Water fountain 1. This is water fountain number 2. This one has actually been on red since March 2024. Do not drink that, y'all. Please, for the love of me. And so we do have these because, once again, remember I told you that our dryers, now that I'm thinking about it, this is a setup. We have our own laundry mat.
Shorty, it's all a setup. And she won't even say, you notice that at the beginning, she didn't say what apartment this was. And I'm pretty sure probably some people can figure it out that notice, that's watching in Atlanta. She didn't put it on blast. She didn't even put it in the comments on the TikTok. She didn't do that. Crazy.
But you do have to pay like $2.50 to $3. So yes, dryer function on your dryer doesn't work, but don't worry, you can come down here. At my next door neighbor kept getting attacked by some random white guy who was either breaking into the building or sleeping in the stairwells. She told property management, and she was asking them for camera footage, to which they didn't have or they couldn't provide. But they basically was telling us that she was lying, and multiple people on our floor was like, no, we heard her screaming, because he didn't break in there one time. It wasn't 2 times. I think it was about 3 times that he broke in and attacked her. This is all random.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. See, that's the lawsuit right there. That's the lawsuit. Failure to protect the grounds. You're paying them to protect the grounds.
Is it not a safety issue or a hazard when your fire alarm is constantly going off at random times every day, all throughout the night, early in the morning? It's very random. How am I ever supposed to know if it's a real fire if the thing is always going off? Somebody, would you help me? And here's all our communications since the whole urine incident. I've been reaching out. I've been following up. If you look at the dates, you can see that it's taking them weeks and months to respond back to me. And they're basically just saying, deal with it. I've been more than lenient at this point. And yeah. As y'all can see from the emails, still no response. I keep trying to give them time because I understand, like, I'm not the only resident, but I mean, come on now. All I'm left with now is pissy floors, a moldy unit, and whatever else is wrong with this apartment building. So, yeah.
See, part of me believes that it's the mentality. They look at some people in Atlanta. They look at the overall population. I wouldn't even say some people. I know this because I know what investors think. I've had conversations with them who actually own multi-units. Some people are slaves, and they have a slave mentality, and their mindset is to treat them or just let them continue with that slave mentality. But there are people, and I said this, there are people that aren't, and they get caught up in it. I said exactly that, slave.